And I think I'm live. Pretty sure. Unless that red icon is a liar. But this is always how I check. You'd think I'd have the tab open, but no. That would be a professional streamer. Professional streamer would have everything set to go and wouldn't have this awkward beginning to every time he does it. Or she does it. Whatever. Yeah, we are live. Welcome back. It's been a little bit. I think Dredd is joining me in a little bit, and I think J-Chip is going to be in the chat, but not necessarily live with us. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Sweet Pea, how's it going? Sweet Pea, you think you are always, like I say, the first comment. You really, somebody should. I should have somebody in the Discord or somebody. Like assign a job to go back and watch all 50. It has been a while. To go back and watch all 58 episodes. And I want to know how many of them Sweet Pea has the first comment on. Because I'm willing to bet it's 57. If not 58. And there's Dredd.
I made it.
Hello there.
Hey. What's going on?
Hey. I was just joking about how Sweet Pea always has the first comment, and how I'm going to assign someone the task of watching all 57 episodes, or just opening all 57 episodes in a tab and seeing
how many times.
What percentage of first comments does Sweet Pea have?
I'm gonna guess it would be like 55 out of 57.
I said 57 out of 57 with high hopes, but maybe there's one or two.
I feel like Justin might have been.
You're right. J-Chip definitely yoinked it a couple of times. He definitely had it typed, ready to go, and maybe pasted it in there. He had it in a notepad. He keeps all his comments in a notepad. So he saves it. Hey, Osiris, what's up? Osiris, did you go to locals today, man? I could not make it, as you probably would have noticed if you were there, I guess. I got episode 57's first comment. Nice. All right. So Sweet Pea, you already don't have 100%. Good luck next time. Yeah, it has been a bit. Life has been weirdly busy, and then not busy, and then busy for me. But still good. Still good. I can't complain too much. Let's see. We've watched/read lately. Been trying to dive into personally a lot of make videos on my thought that my can of worms that I opened with the Thoughts On series. Starting to build a stockpile, and some interesting things are being asked of me. But it is very fun, and I plan on recording. I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so I plan on recording some of those, if not tonight, early tomorrow. So that's taken up some of my time. But in terms of the big one, I guess for me recently was RWBY. So went through volume 7. I was watching it weekly for the first 7 or so. Then kind of fell back. You did go to locals. You went 3-1-1. Nice, dude. Nice job. We're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way. I should mention that. He went to a locals jousting competition. And enjoyed it.
I thought he went to a locals anime competition.
Yeah, he went to a locals Reddit competition. It was to see who could be the best. Who can
get the most local upvotes.
Whoever has the most karma wins at the end of the day. Whoever has the least, they kill. J-Chip, what's up, man? I was talking about RWBY. I watched the first 7 or so weekly, maybe. Then kind of fell behind and then sort of saved. Kind of like I'm doing with the anime season. Besides one show, which I'll get to. But RWBY, I made a video about it. It is what it is. I'd like to talk about it more with people no offense, Dredd, but people that might be a tad more passionate about the show at some point. So maybe J-Chip and I could do a discussion on it at a certain point. Because with the RWBY community that I've seen on Twitter or YouTube, there's a mixed bag. There are people that are maybe you get this with everything, I guess. But there are people that are shitting all over it and saying, I'm done with the show. Or they're like, oh, I've been done with the show for a while. This is just a train wreck I like to keep watching. To which point, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. But go watch, just go. If you want to just watch a train wreck, go watch Garzy's Wing. Okay, just do that with your life. And then there's people that are like, oh, this is the best volume. Normal people would call it seasons, but for some reason in RWBY they call it volume, and people will probably let you know that if you ever talk about RWBY in the future. But there is a mixed bag with it, and I'm sort of a fence sitter within it. I don't think it's the best that they've put out, but I think it's far from the worst. So in a way, I'm kind of disappointed because similar like Weathering with You, I want like progression, and to sit back and say like, well, it's not the worst thing they did. To me, like, isn't great. Like, there are aspects of it that are good, but aspects of it not necessarily into. I think I should do a video with Mr. J Chip from the J Chip Show, who happens to be watching Macross, Beautiful Bones. Keep your hands off, I don't know,
Aizoken, yeah, I'm watching that too.
Okay.
That's such a good show.
And he saw Sonic the Hedgehog, which is not that bad. They should have stuck with the first Sonic design, IMO.
That's blasphemy.
Oh, and he finished JoJo's Osiris. Nice. All right. I watched RWBY. And the only seasonal show I've kept up with is, at least I think I've watched episodes 1 through 5 of Inspector. And that was this is the curse. This is the miasma curse. Every time in my life I said I'm going to do seasonal anime videos, it's like, I'm going to pick these 3 shows.
Let me guess, Inspector is not...
No, it's actually not that. It's not terrible. But it's like, I used to pick like 3 shows. And then I was like, oh man, I missed this episode here, or I don't feel like making a video about this particular thing here. And then it's like, oh wait, there's this cool show I haven't watched yet from 1999 or something. Let me go watch that. But this time I was like, I'm gonna do a couple episode like 1 reactions, and then I watched like a bunch of episode 1s of the season, and then Inspector I had started the manga already, so I was like, this one I know I like the premise. I'm gonna try and cover this every week. So I do episode 1. I don't even know if I did 2, but because in the process, in the week that like 2 came out, I got ridiculously sick. That was when I had bronchitis. And I just did not feel like doing anything. And then I fell behind, and before I knew it, they were on like episode 4. So now I might do a like, should you watch it? Glass Reflection 1 through 5. Inspector. Long story short, yes, I think Inspector is pretty good, and you probably should check it out. I think
So you didn't come down with the Vatican Miracle Examiner?
No, that comment was pretty great. I kept up with Inspector since you... Oh, Osiris, nice. That is, I'm not even kidding when I say this. That is one of the coolest things to hear is when, even if you end up hating it, even like if I talk about something and people tend to check it out for themselves, especially something that's not necessarily insanely popular. I'd say Inspector's like 4th or 5th, probably most popular of the season, apparently so far. But I think it's pretty good. I'm actually ahead in the anime than I am in the manga at this point, because I only read 1 volume of the manga, and the anime is going pretty quick. You can just tell it's written all over it that it's adapted from a light novel or a series of novels, because it is just it seems like it's just walls of text, because it's a lot of just people in rooms talking for a long time. And I didn't really notice it until episode 2.
What studio is it adapted by?
I believe Brainspace.
Okay, the stuff looks nice.
I believe it's Brainspace. I might be incorrect. Let's see. But
as long as like the people sitting in rooms having conversations looks visually interesting.
Yeah, it does not look bad. Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting like a Monogatari style Shaft Akiyuki Shinbo thing going on. Mm-hmm. But I don't want sliding panels like Katana Gatari had.
It is Brains Base, which I don't think I've even heard of Brains Base in quite some time. Since early Durarara.
They did Kiss Him Not Me. That much I remember.
Okay. That would not be one that I checked out.
But it's a highly forgettable show.
Oh, boy. My asthma needs a haircut. Can we get some donations to Patreon so I can fucking afford to go to the barber real quick?
You just shave it yourself.
Just shave it myself?
I mean, it's cheaper, right?
I guess so. But then I feel like I'm going to fuck up the back. Plus, this needs to get trimmed up, too. Let's see. Inspector. So, I don't know. It's pretty cool. If you know nothing about it, it's something that I talked about in, like, my... types of anime that I want video. It's a cool, like, the name obviously is a pun. She's like it's like a mystery thing with specters, spirits, yokai things. And
she's an inspector that's a specter. She's
a goddess, but I guess if you looked on it as just her how humans may perceive her, she would be, I guess, inspecting things. Basically, she got kidnapped as a little kid, and by these like yokai spirits, and they were kind of nice to her, not necessarily mean, but they're like, they thought that I believe, I might have this part slightly wrong. I believe she kind of looks like their goddess of wisdom, or either they didn't have it at that time or something. So they offered the position to her essentially. And these were like very low level demons, and so their intelligence is very low. So like any knowledge that kind of she spouts to them, they just sort of like believe. So they give her this offer. She accepts it. Now the cost of doing so is she loses one eye and one leg. So she's found by police like the next day, missing a leg and missing an eye. Now they treated that, it's like cauterized and shit, but it's and then she didn't end up telling her. This happened to her when she was a little kid. She doesn't end up telling anybody. She can still see the spirits all the time. The little ones, the little stupid ones, like go to her for all these like weird questions and problems that they have about mankind and stuff like that, and she answers them. So they refer to her as like this very high class goddess like woman. She's literally their goddess of wisdom. She rides around on them to like travel sometimes, so she has to like, obviously like away from people, because people I guess would just see a floating body, because there's this giant skeleton guy that she rides around on, which is pretty cool. Then she meets this dude who has a mysterious past because he ate mermaid flesh and now he's immortal. What made him do that? We don't know yet. They don't talk like that in the show, but I wish they did. But it's pretty cool. I recommend checking it out. Kotoko is a very interesting character because she's very much like upfront about liking the mermaid guy who at the beginning already had a girlfriend. But she was like sort of in love with him at first sight, and is very almost like reverse harem-y type character about how upfront she is about liking him. Like there's a scene where she's falling from this like railing and he catches her, and so he's like holding her, right? And she's like, "Oh wow, I can't believe we're getting this close already." And it's kind of cool. It's cool to like see like the girl. They say that, and she's actually an interesting character. She's fairly strong for a girl missing an eye and a leg. She does have fakes of both, by the way, which is a recurring thing that the leg breaks off and her eye falls out. Part of me think that's like a weird like fetishistic thing of like there's got to be some weird people that are into like, hey, girls, I need girls that ain't got no legs and no eyes, man. I'm not saying the author is into that, but maybe.
You never know.
You never know. You never know, Rurouni Kenshin. All right.
Low blow. Low blow.
Oh my god. Oh man. What have you watched or seen lately, man? Anything?
Okay, so Justin already mentioned Isaac, and I've been watching that with him.
I have no idea of anything about that, so please.
So it's a Masaki Yuasa show.
Okay.
It's about 3 girls that want to make an anime.
Okay, so it's Shirobako.
It's Shirobako with kids, and they're going for a dream, not a goal. But their
Okay.
dream is slowly becoming a goal.
Okay.
So
So it's like you think about the journey. Well, it's
it's more about the journey than the job. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the first show that they're ever making. And it's like they're 3 girls in a club, but their clubhouse is like a shack in the back of the school. And they got to run around and get the materials they need, make the money they need, make the connections all on their own.
Okay.
They need to make a name for themselves. They create this anime club because the school already has an anime research club. So they can't be the anime club. They become the film club. And they give the school the impression that they're going to make live action film, but they want to make animated stuff.
Are they any good at drawing?
Oh, yeah, they're actually good.
Okay.
I
was hoping not.
There's scenes in the show that are animated by, like, based on the girls' imaginations. And the voice actresses are making the sound effects with their mouths.
Okay. Huh.
Creative.
Yeah. It sounds pretty
Watch the opening.
Okay.
Just watch the opening. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Is that the one that like goes all over? Like I think people were on Twitter like doing like edits of it, or like
easy breezy.
Okay.
Yeah. That was all over the place.
What are thoughts on Eden? Sorry, Manny. What Eden do you mean? Eden of the East? I haven't. If it's that, I haven't seen it, but J-Chip has. I don't know if Dredd has. That's the only Eden that I would know. Unless you mean the Garden of, I wasn't there, man.
The only Eden I can think of is Eden of the East. Unless there's like a new show called Eden or something, or like an obscure old one. But
like I know I'm a boomer, but I wasn't in the Garden of Eden.
So other stuff. I started watching Haikyuu, seen a couple episodes of that. It's pretty all right. I finished The Stars Align, which was pretty good. Justin made me watch the stupid OVA called Dark Cat, which I literally fell asleep during because he boasted it up as like worse than Garzy's Wing.
Justin, I hope you're still fucking here because that's some strong words right now.
And okay, so Garzy's Wing was at least entertaining.
This is just bad.
Dark Cat is just bad. It makes no sense. It put me to sleep. And Justin even said, like, when I said I woke back up, he's like, yeah, you didn't miss anything. I'm still lost.
But it doesn't have the dinosaurs? Even dinosaurs are here?
It doesn't have the dinosaurs.
Oh, man. They're shooting bows and arrows.
I've been keeping up alongside Aizoken with Magia Record Madoka Magica.
Okay. Some commonality, except I'm not completely caught up. I saw the first 3. I think the first 3.
Okay.
And my brain is rushing to remember things. Not that it's I'm not saying it was like a forgettable experience, but it was a little bit ago. Because I'm sure they're probably on, 6?
They're on 6 now, yeah.
Okay. I definitely only saw 3. But give me your initial thoughts on that first.
Interesting ideas. Like, the staircase that they introduced was really cool, I think. I don't know if you got that far.
I believe
with
so.
The friendship staircase, you write the names.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting idea. I like some of the ideas they're going for, but I think it's just way too many characters.
Yeah. It seems to me, and this is only so after episode 3, we were introduced to like, so that there's a thing with the stairs that happens at the end of episode 3 to this like really nice character.
You have the set of girls that Iroha meets. Then you have the original cast that's in it. And now in like episode 5, they introduced another set of girls.
Okay. So far in 3, we have pink hair main girl, and then her.
I literally don't remember any of the new characters' names except for Iroha.
No, but then there's new blonde. There's new blonde. There's new red. There's new blue.
There's the blue girl that can. Was it the blue girl that could transform into other people?
She's like a
could. There's the girl that everybody thinks Yachio or whatever her name is.
You know how you do this? This is how you do this. Blue hair tsundere. You have blonde hair, kind leader of the group, seemingly a little bit wiser, but not really. Then you have red hair, way too nice for her own good. You got main girl, pink hair, mysterious past.
Black girl. The black hair girl.
And then you have black hair.
Everybody's calling her basically Homura too.
Yeah, the Electric Boogaloo, pretty much is. She's like Homer too, and she's very much like I enjoy her like dialogue with the others because they're all like super happy fun time, yeah, and she's like, we got some serious shit going down.
Yeah,
and they're like,
I mean, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I'm gonna see how it plays out, but I think it's gonna be just okay by the end. Like it's gonna exist, but it's not. It's gonna be something for the Madoka fans.
It's visually Madoka, in my opinion. When I see those witches, I have nostalgia explosions in my brain.
But you have to admit that it's noticeable that Akiyuki Shinbo didn't direct it, and it's noticeable that Yuki Kojira didn't do the music.
Yeah, it is. It is like it's like you're tasting chili, and you're like, man, you made this last year. Or you made this in the past. For some reason, it's missing something. Like it's still pretty good. Certainly for this one's based off of is this based off of a mobile game?
Mobile game, yeah.
In terms of mobile game anime, this is fucking Oscar winning. Shout out to Parasite. If you like Parasite, you like Parasite the Maxim way more. But yeah,
no, I agree with you.
It's visual, maybe it's just a nostalgia bomb of seeing the witches. That was cool.
The witches aesthetically look the same, but like the character designs of like the human characters are a lot more clean.
Yeah.
Than they were in the original.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
The colors are brighter too.
I really like the main girl's design. I like her.
I like Iroha's design.
Like her little hood and. Yeah, it looks cool. It's I don't know. I think I'll go back to it maybe once it's over because I'm assuming it's only going to be 12 or 13. So I think that'll be good. It is. I mean, I'd really much rather Madoka Magica another movie or another season or something.
Like them to continue where they left
and
off.
Slap Shinbo in there and slap fucking Kajira in there. But probably won't happen.
I don't know. Maybe if this show does well, they'll go back to it.
That'd be nice. Because I loved Rebellion. Like, I thought Rebellion was really cool, but I don't know how. I actually don't know the general consensus on Rebellion.
I think it's pretty split.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought it was cool as fuck. Like, well, okay, let me...
It's the ending that has people split.
Yes. I loved the concept of, like, having more in this film. And then where they went with it was really cool. And then where they go at the end was like, holy shit! And then the idea of no more is scary.
What this leads to.
Yeah, that's what the idea of no more is what makes it not great.
Right.
But maybe someday. J-Chip says, honestly, the new Madoka was just okay. Nothing special. Definitely drop. Wow. Okay. You sound like Light.
Okay.
Osiris, I'm glad you're a weeb now, by the way. So now you watch Inspector. What was the other one that we made you watch? It's worse than Garzy's Wing. I highly doubt it. Although Garzy's Wing, I guess you're right. It is enjoyable. I guess if something was so bad and unenjoyable, I guess it would be worse. Super Kid. Yeah. Super Kid's worse. Because Super Kid is not, like, entertaining for the most part. Have you watched Super Kid yet?
I need to get around to that still.
It's fucking...
I've been putting that off for, like, years.
You guys don't know, Super Kid is a Korean anime from... I'm assuming the 90s.
I have seriously been putting that off since Bob made a video on it.
It's a Dragon Ball ripoff.
How long I've been putting off Super Kid.
And I've seen it twice since then, sadly. It's a Dragon Ball ripoff, and it's really bad. You watched Danganronpa. That was also pretty good. These two, I believe, J-Chip and Dread enjoy it more than I do. Not that I disliked it. It was a
better game than a show.
Cool. But there was that.
The show was like a mystery on like a kiddie roller coaster where you went up and like that and like no twists and turns. You have to play the game to get the real experience for that. But there was one more thing I watched.
Okay.
And it's something that you would absolutely love.
Oh boy.
Promare.
Oh, I'm so glad. I've been waiting for someone to try to pitch Promare to me. Or at least to talk about it.
I can't pitch it to you because it is the most Trigger entity that Trigger has ever made, to where I know you would not enjoy it.
Oh my god. Sounds like I'm doing a video on Promare, guys.
I was watching it and I was literally like, I love this movie, but it's the most Trigger that Trigger has ever been. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, my husband would not like this. He seriously wouldn't.
Just as I was actually gearing up to maybe try Darling in the Franxx. Because that's half Trigger.
I wouldn't say
it's because it's diluted.
Yeah, it's diluted Trigger. So I mean, if you want to get started with a Trigger, like to break through to Trigger and be like, maybe they're not that bad.
You know what I need is I need somebody. I don't know if there's anybody. Probably not anybody in the chat, or maybe I need to use J-Chip as an example. J-Chip, I need you to watch all of Eureka 7 because I know you've seen Darling in the Franxx. And I need you to tell me if there's any similarity at all. Because it seems like it from the outside. And if so, maybe I'll get like the mini nostalgia bombs going off in my brain. And maybe I'll kind of like... Maybe I'll kind of like Darling in the Franxx. I kind of like Little Witch Academia. Those words are coming out of my mouth.
The movie or the show?
Both.
I never finished the show.
I've seen the original OVA, the parade. What's it called? There's some parade, Enchanted Parade, and I've seen like 6 episodes of the show.
That's about what I've seen.
I thought it was pretty good. That is 100% Trigger. And that is right down the fucking path. That is, I believe, Yo-Yo Shinari and fucking
Imaishi.
Hiroyuki Imaishi. I know Yo-Yo Shinari did the character designs, which I actually enjoy the character designs in that series. Key Animation's a whole different thing. But it's, pretty... Little Witch Academia, if you like Harry Potter and you want to like anime, there you go. There you go. Here's your Little Witch Academia show. So, Darling, I'm sort of interested in, and then
I would
Promare maybe.
Promare, what I would say with that is you need to get used to Trigger for that because some of the animation in that is Trigger going insane.
You'll get triggered. Okay. Maybe I'll watch Kill la Kill. Maybe I'll finally sit through all of Kill la Kill.
I would say Kill la Kill before Promare, just to prepare yourself for what Promare does with its lighting and all of this and that. I would also put Gridman out there. I didn't finish Gridman, and I want to go back to it, but it's a little less Trigger in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it gets Trigger by the end. You
All
know
right.
how they are.
It gets there. It just gets there, you know. I'll watch Edega 7 AO instead. You know, in the graveyard that is Miasma's planned videos, there is an idea that I had, which would have been a vast waste of money, probably, of getting the because I wanted. This is a long time ago. I wanted to be this guy, where I was like, I wanted to do a bunch of stuff talking about how much I like the original Edega 7, maybe a couple videos, and then I go into AO. And I wanted to be on camera with the AO Blu-ray and smash it on the screen. I wanted to be that dude, which would mean that I have to buy. It's a save edition, by the way. I have to spend 20 doll hairs on a shitty show potentially, and smash it. I've never watched it, so my other fear is what if I like it, because everybody else in the Edega 7 community fucking hates AO. So there's my other fear with that. So that show has been in limbo for me for a long time. Gurren Lagann was better. It was better than what?
Most a lot of the stuff that Trigger put out. I would assume that because you're talking about Darling in the Franxx.
Yeah. So I saw the first. I think I've told you this. I've seen part of Gurren Lagann. The first. There's the first 7, I believe.
Okay, you got to episode.
Okay, there's an event that happens in 7.
Everybody knows what happens in episode 7.
Okay, well, Kamina dies. So I don't give a fuck. So Kamina dies. I spoiled my own friend J-Chip in a video he requested, okay? About Ruby. I don't give a shit.
But did you stop watching it after that? Because you liked Kamina or something?
No, it was. I actually did like Kamina. And I don't like Simone. I said didn't.
Simone gets way better.
Everyone says that. I was never into how it looked. That's not. I need to be clear and make sure I'm looking at the blue light on my microphone, because I want this to be clear. I don't think it looks bad. I just don't like the way it looks. You just hate everything Trigger does. You don't know anything about animation, Miasma. You never fucking done a cell in your life. Fuck you.
You gotta go back to it, though. But here's the thing. The reason I'm saying you should go with Darling in the Franxx first is it will dip your toes in the water.
Okay.
You watch Darling in the Franxx.
Here's the path here. All right, we get to Darling in the Franxx.
Since you hate Trigger so much, dislike Trigger so much.
It's gonna turn into love.
Trigger only had so much to do with Darling in the Franxx. You're basically watching a Cloverworks show.
Okay. Hey, RK, what's up, dude?
You dip your toes in Darling in the Franxx, which keeps a lot of the Trigger references in it. Like the Gynax pose from Gunbuster and all that stuff. Space aliens. It's Trigger at the end.
Yep.
Then you veer off a little bit. Maybe you go to Gridman. Maybe you go to Kiznaiver. Inferno Cop.
Oh no. I don't want to watch Inferno Cop.
You go to one of those shows. Then you dip into the big ones like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill, the big name, the good ones, because those, maybe not Gurren Lagann, but Kill la Kill has this barrier to entry that people think exists because of how absurd it is with the fan service and all this and that, and just you on top of it not liking Trigger. I feel like you're gonna enter Kill la Kill and you'll be like 10 minutes into the first episode, you're going to turn it off.
I got to tell you something. Every time I'm on Netflix and I'm scrolling through the anime sections, the fucking previews go, right? If you hover over something too long. And when it goes over Kill la Kill, I cannot stand when, what's her name, Mako, Whenever Mako is talking, oh my god, I'm not even looking at the screen, which I already hate how it looks. But like, I want to die. Like she seems like the most annoying character I've ever seen in the history of anime. Like that is like Jar Jar Binks incarnate, like in anime.
She's that bad.
Okay,
she can be annoying, but not that bad.
Holy shit! Like, RK, it's good to see you, buddy. Actually, RK is so my Girl in the Gun mini story was I was friends with these two dudes in college, and one of them is RK here, and I don't know if he'll remember this, but our other friend at the time was his favorite anime, and I hadn't watched anime really like consistently in a while, and I'm gonna get back to it, and I had known I had like the last thing I was really watching was like Shippuden or something. And RK watched that too, and he watched Bleach and Soul Eater and a couple other things. He's actually the person that first showed me Soul Eater. And then this other friend was like, yeah, I really like Gurren Lagann. And he was like, yeah, this is my favorite thing. And I had never fucking heard of it. And I was like, all right, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's cool. It's about a mech drill thing. It's about a mech and he drills in the heavens or some shit. Whatever the fucking line is. So we go to it and start watching it. The three of us started watching it together. And while I didn't like how it looked, it's certainly has an inspirational concept, I guess. I liked Kamina. I didn't think I was going to like Kamina. And then just when I started liking him, they do that. And then I'm like, oh, shit. Am I going to spend the rest of this time with this pussy baby and this other girl that now can't bang the guy that she loves? And who's like the sniper chick who barely wears any clothes, who was also sort of interesting, but I don't know. But yeah. I don't know if RK, did you ever end up finishing Gurren? Let me know. He does remember. Sweet Pea hated Kamina. You hated Kamina? Pull the old switcheroo. Yeah, I remember that shit.
You hate Big Bro.
You hate Kamina? Why do you hate Kamina? I didn't think I would like Kamina because I don't think I have gravitated toward people like that for the most part. But I thought he was like, maybe it's just because I really didn't like Simone, whatever the fuck his name is. And then Kamina was Simon. What is this? The new Ava dub? The whole experience ended for you. Pull the also true, and then the whole experience ended for you. Oh yeah, he finished it. Okay. Yoko's cool. I've seen a lot of Yoko cosplay at Anime Boston. There's the thing, which I will be going to this year. If anybody watching is going to Anime Boston, you see this beard, feel free to say hi.
Just wear a sign that says "Bearded Senpai."
My name tag does read Miasma Senpai. It does not read the name that my parents gave me.
Why does it not say Miasma, the Bearded Senpai?
Oh, I could. You could put anything. You could put like Galor the Night Fiend or something. Like you could put anything.
What are you becoming, a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
Yeah, Galor the Night Fiend. It sounds like a bad D&D character. I am Galor the Night Fiend. Oh my god. Holy shit.
That's Harry Lolly's other persona.
Oh my god. To be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of Gurren Lagann. Okay, Sweet Pea. I might be. I mean, I reserve my Gurren Lagann judgment because I only saw like not even a third of the series. So that one has always just been one in limbo for me. And I don't know if I'll ever get back. Can you say hi? Oh, you mean at AB? Or this is a joke, Mr. RK, because RK is a person that goes to AB with me. A fun fact, I'll be in Connecticut soon. J-Chip from the J-Chip Show coming close to where I live. Should I be scared? When is soon? That way people on the internet know what year.
3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year.
People on the internet can know when J-Chip is chipping on over to Connecticut. I need to know. I will definitely go down to Connecticut. In fact, we should go to Connecticut if it's near Connecticut. Which is one I have never been to. That is in June. Or July. One moment. I was just at the venue for a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. It's an enormous venue in Hartford. God damn it. Why can I... Okay, there it is. Apparently I can't spell Connecticut. It's July 9th. 9th through the 12th. Which is actually near my birthday. So, J-Chip, if you want to buy me tickets, if you want to buy my entry into Connecticut, let's just do that. Oh, you'll be in soon. I'll be in Connecticut for a week or two. Okay. Should definitely do a Sugoi Boy meetup if possible. Okay, so you watched Aizuken and Maji Record and some really shitty OVA. Was there anything else like that you thought you would get into this season and you just never did, or you think you'll get back to, or like you watch maybe once it's done? Because I'm
not sure off the top of my head. I'm sure I'll get around to other stuff.
Because I tried to do like those, like I tried to do samples, so I did the 3 episodes of Maji Record. Probably go back. I did 1 episode of I Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it with science or whatever the fuck it is. The entire concept of the show is these 2 scientists who are the girl is really hot, and I guess the guy is probably rather good looking, right? They're in love, yet they don't they're so into science that they're continuously trying to experiment, like they're doubtful of love, so they're trying to understand what's going on.
So it's like Kaguya-sama, but with science?
I guess. I didn't watch Kaguya besides the ending theme song. So it's literally like they do the same. She grabs his hands and she's like, "Did you realize that your heart is racing faster?" And he's like, "Is it really? I wonder why." It's like that, dumb shit. And then he pushes her up against the wall and gets his face really close, almost kissing her, and then he's like, "Do you feel an accelerated heartbeat?" And it's annoying because you have 2 attractive people. It's worse than an ecchi show, in my opinion, because it's just annoying. It's just annoying. That's all it is. It's sort of funny for the first millisecond, and then you realize it's
you realize they should just be together, get it over with, done.
Yes, just go fuck her. Jesus Christ. It's annoying. I don't know. I only watched 1 episode. Maybe they do that in episode 6. That'd be great.
It's probably more of the same thing every episode, though.
I guarantee you it's the same thing every episode. This is anime we're talking about. This isn't something that satisfies anybody. What are you, serious? Darwin's Game from a distance looked like fucking
King's Game all over again.
Or Future Diary. The Somali and the Forest Spirit one, I wanted to get into, I've heard
the name of it a few times.
Infinite Dendrogram. I did a video on this. So I saw the first 2 of Infinite Dendrogram. This is a request of somebody in my Overwatch Discord. And because he was really into it. And I was worried because it's an MMO one. But it was interesting. It's I don't know how much ground it really breaks, but it's kind of cool because it's this guy who he's getting into the game way deep into its popularity, and he doesn't really know shit, but his brother knows a lot. The game's been out for years, and then it turns out he gets really lucky because every character is given this I forget what the name of it is, but basically a helpful item that could be various things. And his is he thinks it's a sword, but it turns into, of course, a hot girl. Who refers to him as Master. So, there's that. And it...
Okay, what's good about this show?
The character designs are pretty nice. I like the girl. The guy's kind of okay too. But no, it's kind of cool because he's like... It has some of the... I can't believe I'm going to... I'm not selling this very well. It has some of the... It has some of the aspects of Isekai Mom. Where, like, it's the person who doesn't really necessarily know what they're doing. But the main guy, he's pretty... He's not Kirito. He's very much not full of himself, but he's still trying to be devoted to doing, like, the right thing. His brother's kind of, like, wacky. His brother is, like, his character design, his in-game character is this, like, bear thing. It's, like, wearing, like, a bear fucking costume or some shit. I don't know. That part was weird. But, I don't know. I liked it. Personally, because I never played MMOs or anything before, it was very, I could see myself doing that. Like, if my friends that played them were like, oh, hey, come do this. Like, if that were the thing. I feel like I would fucking end up being this guy who just happens to be way luckier than I would be. But then again, it was only two episodes. Yeah. But it wasn't terrible. I enjoyed what I saw of it more than parts of what I saw from Sword Art Online, and I never got into Overlord, but that's what I used to want to check out, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. I saw The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Ooh, that is one I've had on the shelf, well, not literally on the shelf, on the imaginary shelf for a while, J-Chip. How was Princess Kaguya? That is directed by the late, great... the other Ghibli guy, not Kaguya Hime. The guy he did Grave of the Fireflies.
Takahata?
Yes, Isao Takahata. Thank you. Princess Kaguya. That is, I've wanted to see that for a while because the shots that I've seen of it have some very interesting camera angles and animation going on, and it seemed very, very cool. Interspecies Reviewers. Is that the one that like had all the fucking drama?
Yeah, it is.
And I don't know anything about it. I think it was J-Chip. J-Chip asked me to do a video of my thoughts on it, and I don't have thoughts on it yet because I don't know what's going on. But
okay, so basically,
we're gonna create some thoughts.
This is what happened with the show. So the show airs, and Funimation picked it up, and they're dubbing it.
Okay.
I guess around episode 3 or 4 or something, they realize that it's a little bit more than an ecchi and it's borderline hentai. So Funimation pulls it from their service. Okay. Couple days later, Japan pulls it from the TV stations and replaces it with documentaries on boats.
Like live action, like...
Yeah. Then people started memeing the show very hard, and it boosted up to like the top rated show ever on Mal. So then
holy shit,
Mal started deleting scores because people were just memeing it.
It's still the highest of the season. It's sitting at a 7. Oh no, never mind. No, it's not. Why is it? It is listed first on the seasonal list, but I don't know how they organize this because that's listed as a 7.6. Oh, it's by people that... Okay, never mind. Listed by entries, it has 153,000, which is 13,000 more than Haikyuu to the top.
Yeah, so that's with the deleted ones too.
Yeah. Scored at a 7.6.
It was up at like a 9.5.
Dude, it's like a race.
A race, I think, only hit like a 9, though.
True. I do remember when people were saying this is the greatest anime ever. And I was like, you're not going to say this in 6 months.
Right.
But did you watch any of it?
No, I know
Any
Justin.
reviewers?
I know Justin did.
Justin, what are your thoughts on it?
He said it was like saggy granny tits. I mean, he wouldn't watch anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need this premise. Hold on.
Oh, read it. Please read
it. This is like a fucking ASMR shit. In our world, the human race constantly debates about several important issues, such as, I'm pretty sure I read this on my channel before, such as which girl is best girl? How good is something as fapping material? Why aren't I watching this? Which fetish is the sexiest? Accompany these great warriors as they present us with different girls, different opinions, different boners. Sorry, the text box is moving. I'll go again. Different boners. And show us that the fantasy world may not be all that different from ours. Yeah. That doesn't describe anything.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
That literally describes nothing.
So basically, from what other people have told me, that's these two guys are going around picking up alien girls, banging them, and reviewing it.
Sounds great.
Isn't that
basically interviews with monster girls? Like, come on.
That's what I hear it basically. I don't know if that's exaggerated, if that's true, but that's how it was described to me.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't just make a hentai about that. I don't understand. Like, you could, like, these studios could save a lot of money if they just made. They just make it a slightly good-looking hentai, because a slightly good-looking hentai is like you're gonna get away with shit, and then it's still like, you know, gonna stand out among hentai because it doesn't look like two like South Park cutouts like rubbing on each other. Like, okay, like if you look slightly good and maybe have some semblance of a plot, and it's not just a girl screaming about tentacles the way that it might be. This is interspecies reviewers here, but it's gonna be her tentacles, so maybe not. Maybe you'd fly. Watch that. Watch somebody does that next season and it explodes. Can I have Harry Lolly review interspecies reviewers when it's over? I don't know.
Do like a super cut of it.
Super. Harry Lolly's thoughts on interspecies reviewers. Chewing a little sister's panties is okay, but gender swapping is not okay. Whoa, man. Our good friend, fucking the author of Flowers of Evil, has a gender swapping manga. Or body swapping, at least. You leave him alone. Inside Mari, I read 1 volume so far. Shuzo Oshimi, who I'm cautious to say my favorite mangaka, because he wrote Inside Mari, which seems weird. But then again, if you've read if you've ever watched Flowers of Evil, you might say, you know what? I don't know if this guy's the most normal person. This guy might be a little odd. I don't know. This guy might have eaten too much glue as a kid. Who knows? But yeah, seriously, check out Flowers of Evil. It's pretty good. But you know, I think we'll probably call it here. I want to thank everybody for coming. It's good to see RK and Osiris again. Sweet Pea, as always, the first comment, well, or most of the time. Somebody work on that, by the way. That should be a J-Chip assignment. J-Chip, go back and watch the beginning of every Sugoi Boyz episode and see how many first comments Sweet Pea has. Do that with your time. And then we should do, J-Chip, whenever you finish Ruby, we should do a joint video on it like we did with all those Kara no Kyokai videos. Kara no Kyokai films that we stopped halfway through. That is a perpetual... Movie 6 is cursed. Because when I first watched it by myself, I watched the first 5, and everyone told me 6 sucked.
Yeah.
So I was very hesitant to watch it, and so I never did. And then Justin was like, hey, we should watch these movies. And I was like, yeah, cool. So then we go through, I'm like, the first 5? are mostly really, really good, especially 5. And we're like, cool. And then we get to 5, and I'm like, this one's fucking awesome. And then I'm like, yeah, I heard this next one sucks.
So 5 is great, 6 kind of sucks, but 7 isn't as good as 5, but it's still really good.
That's what I've heard. And now they're making now there's a bajillion. Now there's like
just like 11 or 12 of them.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? I'm only gonna count the original 7. So once I do the original 7, then I'm gonna say I'm good with this.
Well, the eighth
epilogue.
The 8th one is like a recap, but the 9th one is like the epilogue. Yeah.
Okay. But the movie 6 is cursed.
I think
3 is your favorite. 3. You know what? I actually really like 3.
10 and 11 were side stories. 3 was the one with the rape victim.
3 is remaining sense of pain. It's the purple hair girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one was really cool. I like 4. The only one I like in the first 5. 5 is like fantastic. 5 is one of like the coolest movies. I'm like 5, like Karo Kyokai 5. Paradox Spiral is one of the best films I've ever seen. Like, not just like anime, whatever. It's fucking really good. Now you do go. It would be better to go into it with like some context as to who sort of what the fuck is going on with these people, so you sort of care. They're not just like a body.
Yeah, you watch the first 4 beforehand.
I mean, or just have somebody tell you this guy's Mikiya. He has glasses. He's nice.
Well, you need some context behind Ryogi and who she is.
Sure. This is Shiki. This is also Shiki.
Yeah, you got Shiki and lowercase and Shiki in all caps.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me. I remember somebody in a podcast was saying that that's why they haven't dubbed it. Like one of the reasons was like they consider that like a challenge because
2 characters have the same name.
There's 2 Shikis, and I guess I think the other one is supposed to be male.
Yeah, Shiki in all caps is a male.
Okay, I guess that would be difficult. But fucking, they're all like the only one. Like if I remember correctly, 2. The second one was kind of eh. And it's mostly because I'm not remembering it.
I liked the second one because of how it described how the eyes came about.
Yeah. Wasn't that more in 4, though? Is it 4 like the Hollow Shrine? Is 4 is the one where she's...
that 4?
Yeah, 4 is Hollow Shrine, where the puppet Toko, she visits her in the hospital.
Been a while since I've seen it.
So 2, so 1 is the balcony one. The
right. That I remember.
2 is how they met, essentially. Shiki and Mikiya, like they're early on.
All right, I'm mixing.
3 is remaining sense of pain with the purple hair rape victim girl. 4 is Hollow Shrine, which is about basically how I think it's Toko, how Toko meets Shiki, whatever you want to say it. Because she gets to the hospital and then she goes to fucking gouge out her own eyes, and she has this like bandage on for part of
that was
film.
Badass though.
Yeah. And then she fights this fucking thing at the end. Yeah, dude, and oh my god, I'm so glad I'm remembering Paradox Spiral right now, because the fight at the end of Paradox Spiral, everything that's going on in Paradox Spiral is insane. The puppet lady, they have a puppet battle, which is way cooler than Sasori versus Kankuro. But yeah, it's really cool. I went off on a tangent there, but everybody should check out Karno Kyokai. They're pretty fucking great. And if you're into Ruby, check it out, and then tell me in my video how wrong I am for not liking this newest volume. Spoiler alert: I'm not giving up on it. I like to promote some Western animation when I can. Like maybe Monday night I'll check out Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go. Maybe I'll get nostalgia happiness. I probably won't because I fucking hate Midnight Go. But it'll be cool just to see that animation style again. Fights in Scar no Kyokai 5 is better than Sword. Okay. I don't know about that, buddy. The end of Sword of the Stranger is fucking great. That is like, I'll give this to Digibro and maybe you. That the rest of the movie is not very good. But that last fight scene.
That last fight in Kara no Kyokai 5. I don't know. That's a hard one. Because the fight in Sword of the Stranger looks amazing.
Yeah.
But
that's a good question.
For a movie as a whole, I would definitely give it to Kara no Kyokai.
Sword of the Stranger could have just been a short of like two guys fighting.
Yeah. It's funny because Sword of the Stranger is basically like a dumbed down Dororo.
I've been meaning to check out Dororo. I don't know how good it is. I came across its OP the other day, the second OP, and it seemed pretty cool.
The one by Asian Kung Fu Generation?
I don't know if I think they did the first one.
No, they definitely did the second one.
Yeah. It is by Asian Kung Fu Generation.
So the 2019 version of Dororo is really good, and it's like that's what a remake should be, kind of thing. It actually got me to go back and read the original manga, and the original manga has some stuff that the remake doesn't have. That's still very interesting, and if you get into the remake well enough, it's definitely worth going back and looking at what the original story was.
I know Digi had done a Manga Monday about it because he had seen some of the 2019 anime and then went back and read all of the manga.
I tried to watch the original Dororo anime, but
60s one.
Yeah, that was a little bit like I could hear the grain when the rain was falling in the first shot. It was like, maybe not on a day when I'm trying to go to sleep. Maybe I watched this during the day and I just never got back to it.
His major complaint was that they made Hyakumaru like too much of a pretty boy in the new anime.
I actually think he looked better, like in terms of like beauty, in the original. Because in the original, he looked more human. In the new one, he looks more like a doll.
Okay. No, I haven't seen it. I just know he has a bunch of fake body parts, right? Or he's missing a bunch of body parts. Slowly getting them back.
Yeah. So in the original, it was more like he had this fake body and his father split him up between 48 different demons. In the new one, it's his father split him up between 12 demons and they all took a body part from him, so he's using prosthetics.
Okay.
And every time he gets a body part back in the new one, like his prosthetic pops off and he screams in pain.
Jesus.
As it's growing back.
Oh my god. That's pretty crazy.
The new one gets way more graphic than the original ever was. But the original has some light-hearted stuff to Hyakumaru that the new one doesn't have. So, as a whole, like, both of them together create something really amazing.
Okay. So maybe I'll do both. Maybe I will check out the anime, then go back to the manga. Maybe I'll see if I can find the at the con this year. I'll put it on my wish list because I'm pretty sure there's an omnibus for it.
It's a short manga, so I'm sure there is.
Yeah, because it seems very much up my alley. So, all right, I want to thank everybody for coming. Hope you guys, if you have tomorrow off, you enjoy it. And thank you so much for coming. And we will please check out JJ Bandred's channels when you get a second. And we will definitely see you next time. Have a good night.